Cheeky bastard.
Look, if you're going to get arrested and do time, you may as well do it in a fun way.
Yeah.
Police officer on a bike, tripping himself over. You know, as a up on a bike, you have one job.
Stay on the bike. He's done a full over the handlebars and everything. Like,
It's impressive.
well done.
What are you doing? Seriously? Okay, you don't do that here. You do that at your house.
Yep. This is what we need from police. Getting angry at fathers hugging their son. I'm very disappointed they didn't get arrested.
They probably should, these two.
Yeah. Hugging your son in public. Crime of the century. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Wow.
Imagine seeing a naked guy driving a cop car at you. And you have to think, is this a real cop or is this just a random naked guy?
Oh, you've got... Oh.
Turns out police need to follow road rules too. Oh, and the... Oh. Lucky the boat didn't flip.
There's lucky... I mean, there's still a lot of damage to that truck and that boat.
Yeah, and the other car too.
Yeah.
The cops are waiting on me at the exit. There's only one way out of this. What is that truck? They can't pull me over if my car's on the back of a tow truck. So we're gonna put the car on the tow truck to get it out of here and not get arrested, because they've all but confirmed they're waiting to arrest me. The cops were sitting there telling me that they were waiting on the black Corvette that was gunshots. We're calling about it. That's who they are arresting for disturbance. They're not gonna have any luck with that.
Imagine you destroyed his car for that. Oh.
Your first meeting roads. You're getting inbounded.
They're not inbounded yet.
Just rub it in their faces.
Oh, man.
It's genius strategy.
It is genius. Like, you got to give the bloke credit that he's come up with a way to actually get himself out of the mess.
Kind of a mistake by the police to let people know, hey, when you drive out of here, we're arresting you.
Yeah, not smart on their part.
How about it back? Oh my God.
Let me see hands up.
Okay, now
Imagine that you're just filming some random thing happen and then they think you're the one who did it. Although, counterpoint to this, let's say you do commit a crime, right? Jump out of the car, hold a camera, act like you were filming the whole time and be like, oh, I can't believe what happened.
It might work in the short term.
You want them to run off and go chase the imaginary bad guy that's you.
Do you know why I put you over?
Because I was at the stop sign for too long?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why was you just sitting there?
I was just waiting for it to turn green.
I feel better to run through it. Where you headed?
I'm headed home.
Okay, where you live?
With my parents.
Okay, and where do your parents live?
They live with me.
Okay, and where do you all live?
We all live together.
Okay, so where's your house?
It's next to my neighbor's house.
Hey, where's your neighbor's house?
Ooh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Next to my house.
Step out the car, please.
I'm going to jail?
Yep.
I love the levels of logic in it that is accurate at the same time as being so illogical.
Yo, can you move from my door? Excuse me?
At 6 Water Avenue.
How many minutes?
What?
She's just needs to go.
How many minutes?
A few minutes, like I said.
How many minutes?
Get out my face.
Just tell me how many minutes.
Get out my face. I
But
told
just
you a
tell me
few
how many
minutes.
minutes.
And I said a few minutes, so get out my
Just tell
face.
me. I'm not in your face.
Yes, you are.
You're actually in my door right
Yes.
now. Tell me how many minutes I gotta
A few
wait.
minutes.
How
A
many?
few.
How many?
However much you think a few
Damn.
is. So get out my face.
Damn. How many? Can you just tell me how many minutes?
A few.
Like, goddamn, I'm cold.
A few.
Yo, no.
A few.
Come on. Move that size
What is-
13
so what is-
Bigfoot head ass
what is
out of my
lieutenant- what is
house,
lieutenant
yo. Come on. Those lashes need to get done.
Okay.
What is that? Is that sideburn? Oh my. Yo. Come on.
I mean, yeah, if you're going to put your foot in someone's door, you deserve to get some...
Kind of gonna cop it like that, to be honest.
So I was doing 60 and a 45.
You were doing 60 and a 45.
Okay.
Any reason why you were doing 60 and a 45?
Okay, what are we going to do about this?
You have a name and badge number?
I do. It is Officer Scott, and it is DL844. So
you're gonna write yourself a ticket because you know any civilian you would be pulling over.
I'm not going to write myself a ticket because I am not speed certified.
You're not speed certified?
No, my car doesn't have radar.
Owned him.
And in the state of Florida, I am not certified to run radar or pull people over full speed.
But you know you were doing 60 and a 45, right?
I do.
So that's the reason why I stopped today. Have you been drinking or anything? No, I gotta ask.
Well, what would you like to do?
You wanna do a field sobriety?
No, are you certified to do that?
Are you willing to take one though?
Okay, no, I'm not.
I love how they both have the same energy.
So, would you like the number to the police department?
Yeah, and you have ID with you today?
I do.
You willing to provide your ID?
I am not,
Why not?
because I do not have to.
You do have to.
However,
This comes across like one of them slept with the other one's wife or something.
Yeah, I agree.
D. Scott,
Put your officer number on here, your badge number, please.
why are you shaking? Are you nervous?
Yeah? No.
You seem nervous or shaking.
It's like he's flipped the script now.
Yeah.
Incriminate me?
No, I'm not. Just asking. I don't know if you need medical attention or anything because you're shaking.
Ooh.
There you go. 844. The number is hash marked up there for the police department.
Alright.
One will be appointed.
I like a judge who has style like
An
this.
officer initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas, after observing the
judge
defendant
looks
exceed a speed
very
limit
sharp.
of 45 miles per hour and make unsafe lane changes. The defendant did not have his driver's license, but told the officer his name and date of birth. While the officer was running the defendant's name, he observed the defendant exit his vehicle, and the officer told the defendant to get back inside the vehicle. And the defendant responded, "Do I have to?" The officer exited the vehicle and attempted to detain the defendant. The defendant tensed up and locked his arms.
Everything is conclusory. What has he done wrong? What?
It was the initial lane changes, unsafe lane changes, and the exceeding the speed limit that prompted the stop. And then at that point, he was just
Stop. How exceeding speed limit? How fast was he going? I mean,
I spoke to the officer this morning, who told me that he was pacing the defendant at 54 miles per hour.
okay, in a what?
I'm sorry?
In a what? I mean, if it's on 610, he's fine, right? And then he's interference duties.
Wait, he
what
was
is he
speeding
interfering
under
with?
the speed limit.
Yes.
What did he do wrong?
I think it was after the stop was initiated, the officer was running the plates, the defendant stepped out of his vehicle. The officer told him to get back in the vehicle. The defendant said, "Do I have to?" The officer told me that.
And that's the basis of arrest?
At least the person at the end of the line has some common sense.
Don't.
Yeah.
Are you
exactly.
losing?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Even the judge is telling him, don't say a word.
And Your Honor, furthermore, as he was attempting to detain him, he locked his arms and tensed up. So as he was attempting to detain him, following that incident and telling him to get back in the vehicle. And it was that.
That's the basis for arrest.
Yeah, exactly.
It was.
Don't tense your arms.
It was just a temporary
Walking while
detention. He was just attempting to detain him while he was trying to
What's he
investigate.
doing wrong? What's he doing wrong?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Mm-mm. I can find no probable cause. No, it's just, he gets out of the car and then it just the virtue of fact him getting out in the car is interfering with the duties. Really? No.
Thankfully,
This is
there's-
the judge you want.
Yeah.
When you get into, just be careful out there, man. Life is hard as it is. When you get into, got to be careful, man. People always have to get you. Be nice. It's not hard. Things will go well for you, Look, I got it. I'm with you, okay? Just hang tight with me for a second, okay? All right.
And the judge is telling like the prosecution, you guys don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how embarrassing for the police.
Oh,
and
it's
some of these
just so bad.
I know that the police kill 3 people every day, and last year was the last year was the deadliest. You just littered, sir. Sir, wait, you just threw your. That is my business. Go pick up those gloves. Wait, no, that's disgusting. Wait, he just threw those gloves in there. I'm gonna ask him to pick those gloves up.
We got a clean crew's gonna come and clean all this up.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to pick up this guy's gloves.
No, you're not.
Getting here, can I have a card?
Are you gonna pick up all this?
No, I'm gonna pick up the gloves. Can I have your badge number and card? Can I have your badge number and card?
Here's my card.
I want his badge number and card. You didn't just litter.
He works for me.
I'm gonna file a complaint and I would like his badge number and card. Could you give me a badge number and card, sir?
My name's
He just threw his gloves in here. This is disgusting.
You got too much time on your hands, you know that?
No, man. You should get a ticket. Are both of them gone?
What do you deserve?
Are both of them gone?
Right here.
Good. Good. Throw it in the trash.
It is
Shame on
weird
you.
as hell
He
that
made a
they would be
mistake, right,
throwing
sir?
the gloves out.
He shouldn't have littered. The excuse of a cleaning crew coming up, that's not enough to just start littering. I can't throw this in the fucking curb and just say that a cleaning crew's gonna come. What kind of horse is that?
I got more mess than those gloves to worry about.
What he did was wrong. Why can't you just acknowledge that? That's the problem with the people who wear your uniform. You have no idea how to say that someone who wears your uniform did wrong. He just littered. If I did it, I'd have a $1,000 fine. Shame on you for telling it. Did he do something wrong? Did he? Did he? No. Get out of here.
If you're going to be a cop in this day and age, you better make sure you cross all your I's and dot all your T's and have all your stuff sorted.
Well, also don't
Otherwise-
throw litter
Yeah,
into
I
the side of the road.
Yeah, you're right. Don't do stupid stuff.
The city of Fontana has agreed to a $900,000 settlement with a man they detained for a murder that never happened. He'd actually called them for help, and then they pressured him to confess to killing his father, but
My God.
his father wasn't dead.
What?
Eyewitness News reporter John Gregory explains.
It was a call to
Crime of
police
the
for
century.
help. Tom Perez's dad was missing. 36 hours later, Perez found himself in custody. Police had gotten him to admit to murdering his father.
I was now in their little box of horrors. Their little
What is wrong with these people?
It was August of 2018. Fontana police were convinced Perez's father had been murdered. They thought Perez appeared suspicious, and they found some blood evidence at the home the two shared. They asked Perez to come to the station, and that's where they turned a missing person case into a 17-hour interrogation.
17
They even brought in
hours.
Perez's best friend to try and get a confession.
Dude, they got you on murder, Dad. They got you on murder. Impossible.
When that didn't work, detectives brought in Perez's dog.
You killed him, and he's dead. And your dog is sitting here looking at you,
What a way to shame the guy.
knowing
I'm surprised they only gave
That
him
you-
900,000.
killed your dad.
Detectives even suggested the dog may have to be put down after witnessing such a traumatic event.
Just wanted to hold her.
What the hell is
go.
wrong with
And then
certain
they
arms
took her
of
out of the
authority?
room
Oh,
sometime
come
after
on.
that. Felt like the end of the world for me.
This is, yeah.
Will you be here?
I've never, ever seen a situation where the police bring a dog this size through the police department, they transport it there, walk it through the police department, bring it into an interrogation room, and use it as a tool in order to seek a confession. It's unconscionable.
Perez was suffering from mental health issues. He was sleep deprived, and he says he was denied medical help. After 17 hours, police finally got him to confess to the murder.
Did you stab him?
I didn't think that I did.
But if you did, where would you have stabbed him?
Detectives had their suspect, and they had their confession, but what they didn't have was a body. And that's because Perez's father wasn't dead.
They learned that Tom's father was alive and well and was at LAX airport ready to take a flight to go visit his sister. They didn't have the nerve to look him in the face. They didn't have the nerve to tell him his dad's okay.
Authorities put Perez in a hospital on a psychiatric hold. It was days later he finally learned that his father was alive.
A younger nurse
They didn't even tell him for days that his dad was alive.
came over to my
this is
bedside
just
and says, I know it says in your
beyond-
file that not to speak to anybody,
What are these
any family
police
members.
doing?
But your dad's on the phone. I went, what? So she handed the phone to me, and I just
Dad that
dropped
you
to the floor
murdered and
crying.
confessed to.
Because he was alive.
Perez filed a federal lawsuit against the Fontana Police Department and was awarded $900,000. But the city added the settlement included no finding of wrongdoing. None of the officers involved in the case have been disciplined. In fact, several have since been promoted.
Oh, yeah. That's great. They sound like the perfect people to be promoted. And you wonder why there's so many issues with the police departments if you're getting promoted after that.
If you're getting that type of behavior from your local police department, you're going to have some problems.
Every time I come in here.
Just stay away all the time.
Yeah.
I put a report for you.
I don't give a damn, lady. I don't give a damn. I really don't care.
I put a report.
I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, you're gonna have ice in here today.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope everybody here got their papers, bro.
It's always good at McDonald's.
Why would you just...
Yep, threaten to bash people in your work uniform.
Catch you someone.
Just because he's a security guard, not a cop, doesn't mean he's not going to get in trouble. Sometimes you go to McDonald's and they're slow because they're busy or understaffed.
Yeah.
So kind of don't go racist. Or you might get fired like this guy because they got all his information from the video and got him fired. Genius, really.
Bro, I ain't even nothing.
Oh.
Better stop. You better stop freaking. What are you doing?
Told you, tasers don't work on some people.
There's only one way to save yourself. Like, comment, subscribe, send this to someone you love, and watch another video.